Hi there, welcome to Mirror to Your Soul. My name is Gauri and I'm your reader today. And we're going to see what do you need to hear right now from the source, okay? Or what is the message from the source? I just downloaded that. Okay, so welcome. I have two options for you. You can choose one or more. This is option number one. This is Angels and Ancestors Oracle deck. This is option number two, which is Work Your Light Oracle deck. You can choose one or more. You might just have messages in both because I'm already channeling collective energy as soon as I tapped in. So timestamps are in the description box and I'll see you in your reading. Hey pile one, if you have chosen this deck, which is Angels and Ancestors Oracle deck, this is going to be a reading. We're seeing what is the message from the universe for you. What do you need to hear right now? Okay, so thank you for being here. Let me tune in. Give me a second. For the highest good of all, for the highest truth of all, what is the message for my pile number one here? What do you need to know the most right now? The guide is saying you have so much of information that it's hard for you to process sometime. I just heard you're running behind the wrong things. Information is not knowledge. I'm seeing somebody who's trying to collect information about how an experience is going to be instead of going behind the experience and seeing how it is going to be, right? It's like preparing to have an experience instead of having the experience. Okay. Analysis paralysis is what I heard. So some of you might be going through analysis paralysis. Something about your electromagnetic field. Something is changing in your electromagnetic field. So you might be radical change. You're resisting radical change. Okay, so some of you, not some of you, whosoever is here, I don't know, this is a very specific message and it seems like it has to go the way it has to go, okay? So forgive me for my French, but okay, it seems like you have so much of information that you just cannot decide, okay? Knowing everything could be a curse. It's like that scenario playing out in your life, and it's because you're trying to not get hurt. You're trying to save yourself from getting hurt. And that is hindering you from experiencing new experiences. And you might just feel, why are you feeling stuck? Because there is no visible obstacle. There is no visible obstacle in your path, my dear pile number one. That's what you need to know the most. So there might be changes happening within you. Suddenly you might be feeling, or you suddenly might have just changed your habits out of nowhere. Maybe you have changed your schedule, your eating habits, whatever you're consuming, you have radically changed it, but now you're trying to understand why are you doing this, or why are you changing so much. Something is coming to surface. Feeling resistance in your energy. It's like you already know what you need to know, but you also know other 75 things which are not relevant in your situation. So like you have a lot of perspective, actually, is what I'm trying to say here. I'm not trying to mock you, but it's like you have so much of perspective, so much of perspective. So much of perspective. It's like you can understand everybody's viewpoint. You're extremely multidimensional. You have an amazing understanding of how things work, what happens. It's like, you know, if you take a right, what happens. You know what, if you take a left, what happens, but you never take right or you never take left. You do neither. You just keep standing there on the board. Instead of taking a right or a left, you just know everything, you want to know before taking that step. But you're stuck forever. You just can't keep standing. Universe is saying you just can't be in the same place where you are, okay? Let's see. Learning from spiritual experiences. Amazing. So it's like instead of to being encouraged to learn from spiritual experiences, put simply, because I don't think you're open to any kind of viewpoint in this moment. You're feeling very rigid right now. So spirit is saying do not suggest. So I will refrain from suggesting you anything, but because you're here and I'm a reader today, I must say you need to learn from your spiritual experiences, instead of trying to see what happened in other people's spiritual experiences, because spirit is saying everybody has different experiences. No two people can have the same experience of the same thing as well, and it's a vast varied universe. Do not try to use other people's experiences as your handbook. Create your own experiences, your own experiments. This is your life. Something about taking control of your life is coming up. Great teacher. You're your own teacher, whosoever you are. And I recently said it to a friend. So maybe you're here. Hi. You are your own spiritual teacher. You like to be alone. You do not. I just heard, how does it matter what peasants think? So you think most of the people are peasants. You do not want their opinion, and you might be right. You might be right. Maybe you are surrounded by peasants. So the advice for you is to learn from your own experiences. You can use other people's experiences as a reference point, but that cannot be your handbook. Okay. Let's see. Learn from your spiritual experiences. Color white might be important. Something about your hair is important. Maybe your hair has recently just changed out of nowhere. That also happens when you go through spiritual awakening, because your DNA is changed, so your hair automatically changes without doing anything, and that has happened with me, so I can definitely validate that. And sometimes spiritual awakenings happens without you doing anything. It's just time for it, and it happens. It's known as grace. So you're understanding the connection between things. It's like you can connect any dots. Universe is saying you can connect any dots you want to. Come closer. Let's see. You got the love. Hedarian energy, codependencies, boundaries. You're being encouraged to stick to your boundaries, understand your boundaries. This is the time to have very clear boundaries. You got the love. Yeah, you can have love without being codependent. I think you're done with dependent love and you're ready for independent love. There's nothing like independent love. I just made that up, but yeah, you're done with codependency. Like your mood, your behavior is not dependent on other people. And some of you are in transition. You're coming out of codependent relationships where there was no boundaries at all. You got the love. Yeah, somebody new is what I would, or a new experience. This could be very much about love, or you might be seeing the experience, or you might be thinking about having a new experience. You can see yourself having it, but you're not taking any steps. So that could be for some people. The courageous penny, and that's amazing because it came out with love, and pennies talk about fulfilling soul relationships, long-term relationships, good relationships, fulfilling relationships, coming out with love. It's very good energy, I would say. I feel very happy tuning into this. You're on verge of happiness is what I can say. It's up to you. I heard it's up to you. It's up to you if you want a new experience. For some of you, you came out of heavy relationships where there were no boundaries. You were always violated. You were always left. Suddenly my throat chakra is blocking. Like you do not want to talk about what has happened. It might be a heavy experience indeed in past. That's changing for sure. That's what you need to know. Let yourself be seen. So as you allow yourself to be seen, uh, in your group, in your circle, as you see yourself, somebody, a relationship is entering your life, but you will have to allow yourself to be seen as you are, with your mood changes, with everything you are. A person is not just one thing. A person is a mix of so many things. So whatever that means in your scenario, but you have to be yourself, and you have to allow yourself to be seen by whosoever is you're going to be your partner, because that's one big part of being with somebody, right? If they do not know who you are, if they do not see who you are, then what's the point? Okay, there is a lot to unpack here. But something is going to bloom and blossom in your personal life, and you will feel seen in this relationship. You will not feel neglected. Something about your childhood is coming up again. My throat chakra is blocking up as soon as I'm talking about your past. So some of you just do not want to address your past. You're holding on to grudges, okay? And the source wants you to release these grudges so that you can move ahead lighter. There is no space for the baggage in your future. You have to let whatever is eating your life go. So much about self-mastery, self-experience, a direct experience, understanding your own experience instead of understanding others. I don't know, I'm hearing you need to understand yourself more instead of trying to understand others. So whatever that means for you, maybe you're an empath. Of course you're an empath. You're here, so you're an empath, right? Empaths generally understand everything about everybody instead of understanding their own self. That does happens with me all the time, because we feel so much, we understand so much, or that we forget to understand our own self, and that's part of being an empath. But understanding all this understanding gives you a level of freedom and a choice where you can choose yourself and your thoughts consciously. I think it's kind of a roadmap for you, that you understand. From understanding your own past, you can create what you really want. But you will have to understand your own past. You will have to review your past. Some of you have been running from addressing the past because it's been so heavy, but that's your way forward. Whatever you are avoiding in this moment, in you personally, is your way forward. You're not stuck, is what I really want to say as I close this reading. Yeah, like I was saying, everything is interconnected. Past is connected to the future. As you review your past one final time, you are switching timelines. You're becoming who you want to be. Instead of running from your past, you're using it as a reference point. You're becoming your own teacher, because you do not learn from people. You do not, it's not that you do not value people, but you know most of the people are not on your level, at least whatever your levels, because I'm picking up on somebody who is highly intellectual, who understands everything. It's not that you do not value people's opinion, but you do not value everybody's opinion, and that's fair. I like that about you. I appreciate that. You can't value everybody's opinion, because everybody has opinions, and opinion could be multiple. Opinion without proof or certainty, makes no sense. It's just some words coming out of somebody else's mouth. So that's that. You have a lot of childhood trauma, which has pushed you in the direction you are. Better to address your trauma instead of running, and I would not expand anything on that. Okay, because you're smart enough, you know what I'm talking about. Okay, that was some heavy reading, but I love that. And I loved tapping into your energy. This is fun. You are going to reach where you want to reach. You are very close. Just stop pushing, is what I heard. Just stop pushing. Ego, so much of ego comes up. You're working on yourself, and that's great. But don't choke yourself, is what the spirit is saying. Don't choke yourself. Don't get stuck in the idea of who you are, because you yourself are telling you who you are, and then you're getting stuck in your own idea. So spirit really wants you to come out of all the ideas that you have created in your head. So that's all I have for you today. Thank you for coming to my TED Talk. Let me know in comments how this resonates. Private readings and healings are open. yeah, leave me a comment or like, subscribe on your way out so that we meet each other next time. Thank you. Bye. Okay. Let's see. Hey pile 2, if you have chose this deck, which is Woke Your Light, this is going to be a reading. We are seeing what you need to know right now. Pile 1 had amazing energy. If you were in pile 1, welcome back. If you weren't, if you were here for pile 2, thank you for tuning in. Thank you for letting me read for you today. Let's see, what do you need to hear the most right now from this source? Beauty. I just heard beauty. Something about you is changing. Something about your confidence level is changing. You're done underestimating yourself, is what I heard. Becoming friends with yourself is what I heard. Let's see. For the highest good of all, for the highest good of all, for the highest truth of all. Let's see. High Priestess. Amazing. How are you being called to step up and lead? You are the High Priestess. You already know everything. You just can't prove it, but you already know everything. You are the High Priestess. You already know everything, but you just can't prove it until it happens. Wow. Wow. Oh, isn't that amazing? Let it sink in. For the people in the back, you already know everything. You just can't prove it until it happens. And that's why people call you witch, people call you crazy. People have their assumptions about you, but that's none of your business. Wow, you're such a powerful high priestess here. You could be a man, a woman, a third gender. I don't care about your gender, but your energy is of high priestess, and you need to know that. Oh, okay, you are in your complete power. Whosoever you are, welcome. Hi, that's fun. How are you being called to step up and lead? I think some of you are finding out what people have been saying behind your back, how crazy people call you, how different perspective people have you, and you are understanding you have nothing to do with all of that. Nothing changes. Nothing changes inside you based on what people are saying. And I think that's your victory. And that's what you're teaching others. You're a teacher, you're a high priestess, you are the way shower. Extremely powerful here. Love that for you. You have been trained for this lifetime. You're not new here. You're not new here. You're an old soul. You know the game. You honor your emotions. You understand you have to be here, and you know your power. You know if you want something, you can create it. You know how to work with ethers. You know how to channel your energy. You know how to use your beauty, when to use, what to use. You have all the tools. There's something about beauty coming up a lot in this energy. So you're very beautiful. You might not know that, you might not see it that ways, but other people see beauty in you. And beauty is very subjective, but you are pretty and beautiful in all ways, is what I'm picking up. Your physical appearance, you might just not like how you look, but there's something about your energy that stands out to people. And this might just scare the shit out of people, and that's why people call you names. Because you are extremely powerful, your aura intimidates people. And irrespective of all this understanding and knowing and intuitive knowing, you have to keep going and walking your path. And you are gracefully walking this path. I'm seeing somebody who is so much in the divine power. It's like intoxicating. It's like intoxicating. It's like a lover explaining somebody they truly love. It's like a poet explaining who you are. Somebody's deeply in love with you, is what I can tell you. Pile number 2. I think multiple people are in love with you. That's what you need to know. People find you very attractive. Why not? Of course, I heard why not. Why wouldn't they? If you're doing any kind of spell work or any kind of affirmations, or that's working. If you're listening to sublimals, that's working. If you're not, sublimals would really help you, is what I can say. Why would I say that? I'm hearing a conversation between two people happening. Give me a second. I'm channeling. What do you need to know the most right now? Don't dim your light to fit in. How are you dimming your light in order to fit in? Yeah, you're being asked to outgrow whatever you outgrow, and you understand that. For some of you, this is time for introspections. Both cards have questions which are for you. One says, how are you being called to step up and lead? And second says, how are you dimming your light in order to fit in? You might be someone who is very soft-hearted and you try to make people comfortable. And in making people comfortable, you might be making yourself uncomfortable. And Spirit is saying that's not okay. Source is saying that's not okay. And I think you understand that's not okay. You're being asked to walk your talk, whatever you are teaching, embrace that. Let people learn from how you move. And I think you already have it in you, but this is one place where you get a little, what do you call it? You take a back step when it comes to people because you don't want to make anybody uncomfortable. But Spirit is saying that's okay. That's a part of your journey. Don't worry about how it is triggering other people. As far as you are not trying to intentionally hurt anybody, it's all right. As far as you're not intentionally trying to hurt anybody, it's all right to shine. As far as you're not using your gifts deliberately to hurt anybody, it's all right to use your gifts. You don't have to care what people think. There are millions and millions of mouths in this world which will have different kind of words coming out of their mouths, you know. So that's fine. Let people be. You have to be who you are. Don't dim yourself to keep other people comfortable. This is a question you will have to ask yourself personally, that how are you dimming your light to fit in? Maybe it's time to move out of circles. It's time to move into new societies, new circle, new places, new people, new energies. And once you do that, the people those are for you will come up and you will not have to dim yourself anymore. This connects back to pile number 1. Yeah, you should go back and watch pile number 1. There's a message. I think this is connected rather. You're very powerful. You're so powerful that if you decide to stay and dim your light, universe will not allow that, because they know you can't be doing this. You're made for bigger things. You just can't be dimming your light. No, universe will not allow this. And I was talking about beauty, and here this comes, you know. Sisterhood of the Rose, beauty and devotion. Priestess, mystic, teacher. You are a teacher, you are a mystic. Uh, you are a teacher in whatever capacity. I don't know. I don't care if you teach biology instead of mysticism, but you are a teacher, you are a mystic, you know it or not, you accept it or not, but your path is of a mystic, a teacher. Double priestess we have here. I don't know what else to say. I don't think I have to convince you. Beauty and devotion. You're so beautiful. People are so devoted towards you, and actually your beauty comes from the devotion you have towards the source, towards the love of life, which is flowing through you. You are a teacher. I can't say anything else. This is such a beautiful energy. You're such a beautiful being. You're such an aware being. You have to know you are a teacher, and that's your path. Embrace your beauty is what I heard. And you have done this before. You already know what to do, my dear pile number 2. Such a beautiful, powerful, empowering energy. Trust your path. You need to know that you need to trust your path and yourself, because nobody is like you, and that's your superpower. You are already tuned in. You have already done the work. There's nothing in the entire world that you need to do apart from listening to your own self and trusting your path, because trust me, no outside information is going to help you that ways. It can only give you confirmation, but you already know what to do. Don't be afraid, because you are being called to places at this time. There are people who want your energy. There are places that are calling your name, and it's time for your destiny to be fulfilled. Wow, you're breaking the chains of the past. Ancestral patterns, healing, rewriting the future. Yes, your future is not going to be like your past. That's what I can assure you. And you have nothing to fear, my dear pile number 2. All right, that was such a beautiful reading. I felt so beautiful doing your reading, and that's amazing. I feel excited for you. There's so much of excitement for you. Please go back and watch pile number 1. And that's an extra advice. Okay, Thank you. That's all I have for you today. Pile number 2. Thank you for being here. Please like, subscribe, leave me a comment so that I can see you next time. And private readings, healings, and past life regressions are open. Also, there is 33% off going on till 31st of March. Details are in the description box. And I hope to see you next time. Bye.